Welcome back to Construction Simulator in Europe. We've got Digger, Dogger, and Net here. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
We are continuing the airport expansion DLC, and we've just finished this half of the runway, and we're up to doing the next bit. So let's accept that. So runway part 2. We'll do it on hard, because why not?
Oh, I'm afraid.
Just means more topsoil and more digging. And so let's go find the person at the end of the runway. I'm assuming we're just going to continue on and make the other half here. And then all the stuff to our right hand side will turn into taxiways and hangars and air traffic control towers and all that type of stuff. That's actually way down the other end. Yeah. So these buildings are no doubt going to get demolished.
That would be fun.
Don't forget
I haven't seen any of that equipment yet, so...
Yeah. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. This series is just kicking off. I think there's going to be about 20 episodes with us doing it multiplayer. So, yeah, fair for you to watch. All right, let's see what the engineer has to say.
I'm glad you're continuing. I was a little afraid you were in over your head with the runway. Just kidding. I know it really is a lot of work, but it's worth it, and we'll have plenty of room here later for lots of aerobatics and safe takeoff and landing. Speaking of security, the safety inspector is circling the runway like an eagle over its prey.
Uh-oh.
Such an odd fellow. For now, go back and finish the runway from here, ASAP, and I will keep an eye on this chap. See you.
Bit of intrigue. So some ripping. So two dozers and the grader. I'll grab the grader out of our storage. We put it away last time. If you guys want to start bringing the bulldozers over.
I do love the cool graffiti on these obviously going to be pulled down buildings. Nice little touch.
Yeah, the big red X's kind of suggests that.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, I've forgotten again. How do I get to all the equipment?
You press up on the D-pad.
Up on the D-pad. Ah, all right. What am I getting?
Cat. Dozer.
Dozer. Does it say there's already someone in one?
Oh, that's mine.
Okay.
I've
got to find another.
I'm going to see if this grader can...
oh, there's another dozer. It's all right. I see what it is.
The big cat.
We are good.
I'm going to see if this thing can do any... Because really what we want to do is cause a big rip. I'm wondering if this grader can do it without needing... Yeah, I think it can. We might be able to just use 2 graders or 3 graders. I don't think we have to bulldoze it.
It says rip area. So does it have a space?
Oh, it actually works.
Already?
Do you want to try this without dozers and see how far we can get?
Can you go backwards in the dozer? Asking for
so
friends?
the tracks, the left and the right triggers, and then the buttons above that are the opposite direction.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I may have almost caused an issue. No big deal.
Yeah, I think we can just do this with the grader. But let's bring him over still, because I'm sure we're going to have to remove topsoil.
Why is the camera angles on this so difficult to control?
You have to make sure that you're in the right mode.
Is the mode Y?
It's the left stick, and you press it up and down like a button.
Okay, that doesn't seem to be... Oh, no, it's the right stick, actually, you might find.
Oh, that's the camera itself, but the mode that you're in, the construction versus
not. Oh, that's
not.
right. I remember going through that before.
Yeah. Well, this is actually succeeding a fair bit. We may be able to just... I always thought you had to...
if I'm going to get to the end of the runway just as you're done.
I'm sure the very next thing's going to be the same as last time, which is remove topsoil. So we'll need it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I get a feeling...
It's so funny watching the rip area percentage going up as I drive a bulldozer down the runway. I'm on the runway. I'm sure in a real construction situation, they would not like the bulldozer in the middle of the runway.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just trying to predict my thing right now so that when we do have to topsoil, immediately go for it.
Yeah.
Just trying to do a U-turn here.
Yeah, your turning circle is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's kind of a very narrow turning circle.
No, I don't see the little square thing. Is there a square thing around what needs to be ripped?
The yellow line, I think I might have ripped it up by now.
Ah. It's a little bit of a anticlimax.
We're up to 64.
To around where I am.
Yeah, I've always thought that when you did ripping, you had to get rid of the dirt first with the... I mean, I can see there's a lot of hills here, but...
I found where you are.
Nice.
Took me a long time to drive
Yeah,
here.
you can see the ridges. I always thought you had to get rid of the dirt first.
So I wonder if you were trying to make money in this game, you would just take the top layer off or something?
Yeah, you could.
Could you do that?
You could scrape some of this dirt off and make money. There's probably $50,000 worth here.
Yeah.
It's not very efficient though. You digging. You want it to be a deep dig. When it's shallow, it's just you spend more time kind of like forcing yourself against the bedrock and scraping dirt rather than actually just moving dirt.
Okay.
So yeah, I wouldn't do it with this.
I know that you guys don't like the evening time in this game, but I have to say it is very pretty.
Yeah, sunset. Yeah. It's people not in town. I really like hearing the church bells.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Although the bridge in the background on this end is quite cool. Is that a bridge?
It looks like a bridge.
Or is
Yeah.
it? To down the river? Oh, the one in the middle, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, for a game not about water, the water looks pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a big barge or something going down the river down the far end there.
Yeah, I see that. It's good. Adds ambiance.
So if I can just, without turning around, get this
Is
last...
my vehicle in the way, possibly?
That's right, I'm just getting this last 1%, hopefully. There we go. Yeah, I always thought you had to dozer that first. So that's quite interesting.
Anyway, we learned a new thing today.
Yeah.
That's it.
That didn't take too long at all, actually.
Remove topsoil.
Yeah,
Is that where
go
we
for
get
it.
involved?
Now you can get the dozers in there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to declare that it's noon as well.
Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Alright, so if I'm wanting to lower the thing, I
Yep,
just...
down, and
okay.
then you also need to, I think, right stick right to the right. You want to tip the blade so that it's kind of like tipping to the top. So you want it down more. Down more. More. I think you still need to press it to the right more. That's it.
So it
Keep
goes
going.
back
Yeah.
down.
There we go. That's what you want.
Oops. I think it's very interesting.
So I'm going to grab the wheel
reversing
loader.
the tracks thing.
I'm going to grab wheel loader, the case. And actually, one thing I am going to do is I saw it before. Is this guy's just sitting outside the home base doing nothing, so he can go away. The truck can go away. I don't think we need the semi right now. And
Well, I wonder if this is a function of it being a multiplayer. I keep seeing game saving constantly. Does it
that's
do that
because
in the sim-
risky. Because I'm in the menus and I was like putting stuff away. And
Okay.
I think that was like a checkpoint equivalent.
That's interesting, isn't it? That
Yeah.
it's. I mean, I think that you see it on the multiplayer as another person is interesting. Digger.
So my plan here is
Coming at
to.
you, watch out, Digger.
I'm leaving.
I might actually. Yeah, I'm going to start down the other end where it's a bit wider. And I'm just going to dump. I mean, we've got $17 million, and I saw in one of the when I was doing the editing of one of these videos that the $25 million on European map achievement has popped. So I don't really care about money at this point. We're also going to make a fortune just by doing the job itself. So.
Oh, that's right. I missed the whole start bit, didn't I? So I'm going to have to go back and do that bit.
So I'm just going to.
Oops. I forget which way to go for the.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to dump the dirt to the side. Why can't I get that head down? There it is. Well, we're at 35% already, so that's pretty good. Maybe I shouldn't dump it in the delivery area. $38.
I know, we're sort of. It's really hard. I keep forgetting which way's which.
Yeah, the track thing's kind of something that you have to get used to. It's not like a intuitive thing, I think.
And then you second guess yourself, and then.
Yeah.
So once again, the lines may not be super straight, but that's okay.
Well, Whiskey, it's about evaporating the dirt.
Wow, it's kind of fun when you're doing this with other people just because it's the level of risk is high. Does hard mean that you can damage each other's equipment?
No, it's just the amount of dirt. It's just the scale, so it increases the amount you have to do. So like with this being hard, it's the entire runway, for example, and maybe in low it'll be like a third of it. So they'll just make a box that's like a third of the runway. So it's just kind of like
that
this.
makes sense.
I am.
Now, remind me again, how do I see how much of it's complete?
You hold down
Y.
the Y. Yeah.
Hold down the Y button. Oh,
Now
wow.
there's two ways it can be configured. You can press it so that when you hold down Y, it then leaves it in that mode, which I think is the way the game's configured right now. And then there's also one where you used to have to hold it non-stop to see it, and as soon as you release the Y button, it reverts to normal view.
It's the second one for me.
Yeah, it's the second one for me as well. I wonder if so. It looks like it might be per player.
So you've got the one where if you hold, you have to hold it to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be a per player option. So for me, because I dig so long in it, I don't want to hold that controller button.
So I'm noticing that the bit that I thought I'd done is still red.
Yeah, I don't
wonder
think the dozer can actually get down to the level it needs to get to.
Maybe, because I think that just then I did a bit and it looked like maybe it did something more than nothing.
I mean, from my understanding of just playing it rather than reading any doc or anything, is if the dirt is in front of the dozer and it has to push it and it's more than the capacity of the blade, then it just gets evaporated. And so by going over it over and over again, that's what you're achieving.
Okay.
Now the lever's good because you can choose the way that the blade is tilted, and you can push it into one pile, and so you can just push it constantly to the left, to the left, where the cat, the one you've got, it spills out the left and the right. And you go, well, why would you use the cat then? Well, the cat's got a blade that takes about 50%, 100% more capacity, so you can move a lot more dirt. And it also seems, I think it's faster too. I get the feeling that you actually can really fly along with the cat from a speed point of view.
Yeah, it's definitely faster.
82%. We're getting there. He's going around the edges with the lever.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm trying to see what's left. Okay. Interesting.
So where's it left?
Basically where I am. So I don't know how effectively this is doing it.
Well, it's based on how many those little, like when you look at the construction view, all those little circles, each circle is contributing to the percentage. So if you can make one of the circles a big high hill, then it's you know, holding the dirt and but contributing less to the percentages.
Uh-oh.
93. .94. Slowly getting up. 95. 6. We're getting there. Digger, are you just going around the outside still? Is that what's causing it?
No, I'm
97.
kind of just like doing like the pushing and stuff.
Yeah, it's been pushing.
I think you're absolutely right. If you can get even a large lump in the middle of it, it definitely makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now, it's kind of a cheat. But
know.
it's not really also, I mean, it's kind of how real life works. Like, you know, you got less coverage, so. Good thing I like about the hills is it's a good way for the wheel loader to pick up stuff. 99. 100.
Oh, and a collision 10.
Alright, that wasn't too bad. So we're at 17 minutes-ish, and we've done two pretty laborious jobs.
I'll
Sorry
move
about
a little further.
Alright. What's next? Bit of delivery of the same stuff again.
Oil.
So I'm gonna. I think I put that truck away. So I'm gonna this time because the that truck glitches through the big this trailer. I'm gonna use this bigger trailer this time. Yeah, do you want to? Can someone go get a crane?
What do you think, Diggo? Do you want to do the crane or you want me to do it?
You can do it. I'm gonna start oil.
Alright, was it Y? No.
Up on
Was
the
it
D-pad.
Up on the D-pad, thank you. Because I keep going to the map for some reason. Ugh. And what do we say? A crane.
Yeah, the big
Mobile crane?
the big
Mobile crane, yeah.
yeah, the really big one. I think Liebherr makes it. I can't remember who the brand name is.
There was two of them in their thing.
Yeah,
Do
we
you have
are-
two cranes?
We do. We can dual
Was
wheel.
that an accident?
No, it's because we're dual wheel cranes.
Alright, so what happens with the crane?
We're gonna use it to get the stuff off this truck.
Did I head the correct way down the runway?
It's towards the west, if that helps.
Does not help. It helps not at all. Oh, Digger, this is so much quicker.
Oh my gosh.
Look how this thing fangs around.
Is it absolutely
Fantastic.
flying down the runway?
Fast.
So fast. Oh, I just did a oops. Uh-oh. I got bold. So what happens now? Do I go over here and
You're gonna- So I'll park this kind of out of the way, hopefully. And then we can unload.
So do I leave the crane here and then how do I operate it? Let's see.
Let's put
Any
it.
hints?
Let's put it to like on the grass, I think. Like over.
Where it is?
Yeah, over here. Put it
Can
over
I
here.
grab things from here?
Put-
It feels like I can grab
Well,
things
it's
from
gonna
here.
make you move it later. Let's just set it up permanently
can
where
move
I
it.
am here.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of driving.
Up like directly where you are.
I can do the. So yeah, go
Oops.
forward and
then
then
hit some things.
then back through here. Yeah, a bit forward more, forward
Oops.
more.
I was trying to work it like a track.
Yeah, then back it through here, and then yeah, more backwards. About bit more. Just make sure it's off the side. And we also have to be clear of these legs. All right, that should do. Then X, and then I think it's the operate vehicle, which is up the top. I think
Change mode.
that's the one. That's the one.
Mode.
Yep, change mode.
Change
Yep.
mode. And then exterior. It's got the
No,
camera
not the camera
exterior.
one. You want the change mode one at the top.
Change mode.
There we go. The legs come out,
Ooh, that's super fancy.
and now you'll be. And then it's both joysticks in a way that I can't explain.
Nice. I'm very excited about this. How do I extend it? Do you
Forward, backwards, for, like, extending stuff, I think.
I think it's left stick
Oh,
is.
okay.
I think it's left stick is in and out. I think.
This is the left stick that I'm using right now.
And then left stick up. I think left stick is up and down,
The other
Yes.
side of-
and then
left stick.
and that's up and down. I think left stick, left and right will pivot. Right stick, left and right will be boom out,
Oh, it's
and
the
right
left and right that
stick
gets
up and
this.
down will be the cable going up and down. I'm
Wow, it's real. You know what I don't like about this game? I apologise ahead of time for dissing the game, but I would really love if there was if it was more intuitive how to change the camera modes. Because at the moment it seems so hard that I'm like, oh well, I'll just let the camera
I
where
find
it
the
is.
opposite. I find that because you can press the left stick down so easily by kind of pushing the
Okay,
joystick
A,
in the wrong
I'm
direction.
assuming.
You keep on toggling between the two modes, which is super annoying.
Oops. Because right now I'm doing this from in front. Uh-oh.
So
I got worried about it getting caught on the light and then somehow... Oops.
let's have a look at where you finished it.
Where does this go? Is it one of these blue squares?
You have to match the things we have to do. So it's one rebar and two red things.
Okay, so what I'm holding is not what we need?
No, not yet.
Ah, sad. Alright, so how do I drop it?
You need to just put it on the ground anywhere, or back on the truck. Either way.
Probably not there, right?
Just somewhere out of the way, so it's not going to cause a hey, this thing's inside the construction zone problem.
Okay, apparently I tried to hook it when it was too far from the ground. Alright, I may have caused us a future problem.
It has a little thing you are able to fit.
Well, this is definitely amateur hour.
Well, you got to learn at some
So-
point. It's the first time you've been in a crane, right? So
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. It's pretty fun. Alright, that does the hooky thing. Now I've forgotten how to get it out again. Oh, that's right. Was it left and right or something? Yeah, that's
the
right.
way that you really want to do a crane is you want the boom to be quite long, and then you use the hydraulic up and down to kind of pan outwards and inwards, rather than the boom. The boom's a really slow way of moving outwards and inwards. You're much better using the hydraulic, like the triangle-ness of it, to do it.
Oh my goodness, I keep having so many. I think it's because my camera angle is on such a weird.
Yeah, so press down the left stick to toggle between camera mode and not, and then get the camera where you like it, and then go back into like the steering wheel mode, which is in the bottom right corner where the big circle thing is.
That was actually quite helpful.
Now,
Thank you.
Now don't confuse that with the camera with the cogs on it. That's when you're taking photos. Now when you're in something like what we're in, the soil compactors, when you have the motor running, there's another icon, and when it's not running it's white, and when it is running it is yellow, so you can tell whether the compactor's on or not. I mean, we've got Xbox controllers here, so it's a bit easier because they've got the vibration. But yeah, if you're just using like keyboard and mouse, for example, it's a good visual indicator that that the vibration's happening.
Way.
And so Digger and I are nearly done with this. 95, like one and a bit stripes left. I think we should be there, right?
Yeah.
There it is, actually. We're there now. And I will...
Is this not the thing it wants?
He wants red. No, that's not. That's metal. You want the red one, not the
For the
maroon
love
one.
of all that is holy. I don't even know how to unhook it.
Just put it on the ground.
You
Just
know,
put
push
it.
the ground and click.
Just put it in this big area here.
Well,
Yeah.
if anyone needs the lights anywhere,
It's
I'm happy to do
It's-
that.
it's these red ones here, the big concrete ones, the big
Well, that
steel
would have
concrete
been
forms,
good to know earlier. I
and the
think.
rebar mesh that's right behind it. So these big, well, concrete formwork ones.
This is like the worst game of fishing ever.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Oh, now I'm pressing.
Excavator.
While you're doing that, I'm going to grab some of the excavators and stuff. We need to do the same thing as last time and excavate the retarding system. So I'm just going to fast travel this down the runway, even though it's only a couple hundred feet.
Oh, I am struggling.
Did you want to do excavator movement instead? Or do you want to
I don't know.
persist?
This one's really like I feel like I can't get the camera angle correct to be able to actually operate this thing. Well, it can be so frustrating, can't it?
Yeah, you can get there.
Now, to drop the hook, I need to do that one. Hey! Oops.
So what's even worse is the controls for a crane on like the truck there, completely different again.
Turns out controls are not my forte.
Yeah. So now,
Oops, other way.
if you go up in the air like the whole boom and then
I
drop
like
the
the way
cable
you think
down,
I know how to do that.
left stick up, left stick up.
I feel like the boom is a paid actor. Please go green. Oops, other way. Hey! Must be closer to the ground. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Why is this more difficult than it needs to be?
You'll get there.
It's like every movement is the opposite of what I think it is.
We're up to.
Oh. Alright, so it's not the reels. I pulled the wrong things off before. I know you said that the in and out of the boom is the least efficient way of doing it.
Yeah, that's how you're doing it.
It might be. Mainly because I can't work out how to get the thing moving. I don't even have the thing in the view. Maybe I need to change the viewpoint.
If
There
you
we go.
press the right stick down as a button, it changes the level of zoom. So there's 3 zoom levels, so you'll go near, medium, and far. And so that will give you a wider field of view. So maybe you're just too close to it, which doesn't help.
Alright, please, for the love of God, tell me that this rebar is something we need.
Yes, the big square one with the holes in it. Yeah, the big metal one.
Alright, so you know those fishing games that they have at the arcade?
Yeah.
The one
They're not my
the one
favourite.
that's not doable.
It just feels like the worst version of that.
Right.
Oops, I accidentally lowered it.
Oh. Hey, Digger, are you used to being on the left-hand side? Do you want to switch sides?
I don't really mind which side I'm on.
Um,
Do you want to switch Which side?
Yeah, this is driving me nuts. I'm used to booming to the left, not booming to the right.
Alright, so I know I'm fired.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. That's how you go up. Like every single time, it's like I'm trying every single direction. Those lights aren't needed on site, right?
If you can destroy those lights, I will let you do it.
You know what? I wouldn't tempt fate at this stage. Oh. Oh my goodness. The graphics are struggling with the movements I'm taking, but that's okay. They've never seen.
Well, you got
operation
2
like
out of
this.
3 done, so you're nearly
Yeah,
there.
it's taken me like. Honestly, this has been not traumatic, but not far from it. Oh.
We need your expertise in dirt selling, though.
You know, that's something that I think I might be able to manage. At the moment, this material, you know, on a site, I'm sure there's a level of stuff that's fallen off the back of the truck or looks a little more damaged. This is the crane operator that is doing that work. Right,
Yeah.
please tell me you don't need the crane anymore, right? Is that just the 3 things you needed?
We are done. You can come over here and be our selling person.
Oh, I can do that. But having said that, be prepared for having to move the reel.
As long as it's outside the yellow square, we'll be alright.
I'm not sure if it is or not.
We'll worry about that later then.
I'll sell your dirt for you instead. Now's when I have to remember how to do that.
You
Now, what is it?
X, and then the fill up thing. You good? And then on the right hand side, empty. That's it.
Hey. Goodness me.
It's still more efficient than us doing it.
It's fascinating how certain moves in this game, each machine has such different controls.
Yeah, they
that,
are.
It can really, like, usually in a game, if you get one set of controls, you're like, okay, I got this now, and it translates directly to the next machine you hop into. And this one really doesn't have that.
Yeah, they're really
It was
different.
quite a, and even the camera angle thing, like it feels like in some machines, it's very obvious what you've got to do to get the camera angle to change. And even though it's the same controls, because the operation controls are different, it certainly changes the feel of even something that simple.
With the excavator particularly, it's designed to have 2 joysticks. That's how it's done in real life. And it
Yeah.
mimics the real life. And even though on a Xbox controller you really have 2 joysticks, it's still not quite what you want it to be because they've run out of space for the camera. So you're toggling between
Yes.
risky camera mode and not. And so
I hear what you're saying.
I think it's one of those. This is one of the very few games where I've gone, should I actually get 2 joysticks out? Because we've all got the current one and then this old crappy one, right? So it's like, is it worth getting the old crappy one out and actually having 2 joysticks and actually kind of really simulating what it's like in real life? But then you go, oh, that's a bit far, just for the sake of making the camera operations not as weird.
Uh-oh.
We need an empty, by the way.
I know, I was trying to, but then the joystick bounced. Speaking of joysticks.
Whenever I
Is it time to back up?
the camera, I have to like really like.
Do you need me to move the truck?
Yeah, I think you might have some dirt
Backwards or
behind
forwards?
you. Backwards, but I think you might have some dirt in the way. Just a sec. Alright, now I can go backwards. Actually, go for. Can you go backwards? I don't think you can.
Yeah.
Go forwards for a sec. There's a piece of dirt in the way. Oh, you can go. There it goes. That works.
Let me just do a 40 back. What do you think?
Oh, I think you're fine. You're good. Actually, I think you can come back a little bit.
I think it may be beached.
Yeah, there was some dirt in the way. So you go forward and we'll get rid of the pile of dirt in the way. Alright, try now.
How's that?
Oh, way too far. Back, forward. And stop.
So, have you got a favourite? What are you guys' favourite things to drive in this?
Oh,
so
excavator
far?
by a mile. How about you?
Excavator.
I really enjoyed the asphalt thing the other day.
The compactor?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the paver
Not
is.
sure.
It's not the paver. The paver
it's-
is. It's like it's got tracks, and it just
Oh
does.
no, I enjoyed that.
I couldn't. It's.
I don't think it has to be easily operational for me to enjoy using it.
It's a cool truck though. I'll give you that. It's like quite rare, right? You don't get that in any other game really. Like you've got excavators and stuff in Farming Sim and stuff, and trucks in other games. But yeah, it's quite unique.
I think sometimes even if you're doing a weekly line and not really getting it, sometimes it's just the joy of what it does in the game.
Yeah, what it achieves. I think you can come back a little bit. I'm going to ignore the center for now, and we'll just do stripes, and then we'll worry about the center at the end, I think.
Oh, thank goodness I'm not authorized to buy dirt.
You are
You
actually.
are.
Didn't we fix the permissions last time? And
No, we did.
Well, mine says I don't have permission. Thank
oh, maybe it
goodness.
reverts each time.
Maybe.
Maybe it's because it's like new person credit.
It might be that I'm not a trusted employee, and honestly, I'm on board with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you want me to change the permissions, or is it okay the way it is?
No, do not change missions. I think that we should take this as a general warning. If I accidentally keep trying to buy dirt, let's not do
Yeah.
that.
When we have to turn this into do the concreting here, I think we'll change
Yeah,
it
that
then.
might be different. And is it universal, or can you choose it per employee?
It's per player, yeah.
Oh, good. So you can not trust me,
Yeah, trust
but
me.
trust Digger. So I think Digger's been your employee for longer.
I get a
Yeah.
remote.
We've been down the pits together, dug ourselves into bottomless holes. Well, there's 53%.
Yeah, this stripe in the middle is quite big, though.
Yeah.
So whenever we're doing this, I am thinking a lot of Farming Sim and all the different equipment there. Do you think that the controls to me, the controls feel more accurate with this one, or it might just be the type of machinery requires
I think
more?
I agree. I feel there's a better feedback effect here. I think the excavator, particularly, I do a lot of logging with the excavator in Farming Sim, and I find this is much smoother. I feel like I'm not one with the machine, but I can definitely make it do what I want it to do a lot easier, I think. Like the curling and stuff like that.
And I think that for this, in my view, it can make it more frustrating, but also more rewarding if it's something that you enjoy doing, for sure.
Yeah.
Once it's a little bit more, well, complex controls. Getting it going is rewarding. It is interesting though to see how fast you can drive the crane versus the excavator versus the other things. That was.
Yeah, the road speeds are quite different, aren't
They certainly are. But other games don't really represent that as much, I guess.
they? Yeah. I mean, Farming Sim, you got tractors that are different speeds.
I think the difference isn't quite as dramatic.
No, and it's really, are you going to go down the country lane at 18 or 24 mile an hour or something, right? It's not the biggest.
Yeah, it's not 5 miles versus 50 miles.
Yeah. It does cause, like in Farming Sim, it encourages you to get lorries and stuff because they can obviously go faster than even the fastest of tractors, but then that's quite a big overhead to deal with.
Do you often drive the trucks to the site with this, or do you do a lot more of the magical blink maneuver?
I'm into fast traveling. Technically, you should be able to like drive them onto this big. I've got it on my shot right here. Drive it onto the carrier, like the thing that can move vehicles around. But it's really hard to drive some of them up on the ramps and stuff. So
again, it's that realism versus playability issue.
Yeah.
That's always something top of mind, right?
Yeah, I was trying to save every last skerricket when I very first started playing the game, and it was just too difficult.
Did you need me backing up again?
Yeah, that would be good.
I'm just going to do a quick percentage steal here by using the lever to... actually, I might change the blade to the right.
Oh, do you need me
Very
forward?
close.
Oh, this is so dark. Wait a minute. This is noontime again. Yeah, you can use the lever just to scrape the soil and do a quick percentage grab.
There is quite a big stripe in the middle that I'm on though, so...
Yeah, we can kind of cheat that. Yeah, I'm just quickly getting these smaller bits. And grabbing some percentage points that we don't need. If you start driving forward, we can do the pit behind you. The strip behind you.
Is that far enough?
Yeah.
There's a bit of a like a ramp at the end here, so it's quite shallow at the at this bit. I like doing this just because it makes it look cool. It makes it look nice and clean. Alright, I think that will do for that. I think we've... yeah. Let me get this out of the hole. Which is forward. I don't know if that's... Sometimes I think that's worth it, sometimes I don't.
It makes it look neat even if
Yeah,
it's not
it looks
worth
good. It looks cool.
It makes your brain happy. A lot of these simulator games are a lot about just that satisfaction.
Him like
isn't
eye
it?
candy.
Yeah.
I'll get in. We're up to 79. Oops, sorry, Digger.
Good.
Right, do you need me moving forward a bit more again?
Not yet.
But I'm ready.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think you're ready.
You can go about a yard or so.
Oh, I moved right out of the way at the very wrong moment.
We can fix it.
We're at 81, so that seems to be moving along. It's amazing how quickly it moves with the two excavators.
Yeah, 2 at once makes such a difference.
I'm just coming back a little bit because I see the far excavator's not reaching as well.
Yeah, but there's nothing to dig behind you now. Go forward. Digger just needs to come forward.
I do need to come. Yeah.
Yeah, this small stuff's not worth picking up. Let's just go for the major stuff behind you.
Just so we're clear that it's no longer moving. There we go, there we go.
Are you stuck?
Only a little bit.
No, don't drop it out!
I don't know what I did.
Left stick.
Right stick down.
Right down.
I was trying to wiggle the truck out and obviously got a bit too excited.
$87.
So once you've done a section, digging it deeper doesn't really help you,
No,
does
it's
it?
like a bedrock. It's like Minecraft bedrock where it just goes into something that's unmovable. I think most people call it bedrock, you know, with the homage to Minecraft.
Is it none of the machinery ever gets damaged? 'Cause I
Yeah,
know you've
it's
found
wear and tear, so it's hours used. You can go forward.
Oops.
Epic.
That was the camera angles moving as you drive is not my favourite thing.
Yeah, the camera angles is one of the few things, like that whole system in the game is one of the things that's like, it needs to change, but I can't tell you how, right? It's something that's not intuitive about it, but
I wonder if it would work better if you had a lock camera angle thing, so that if
Yeah.
you went forward and could it locked it.
I think it's a bit more dynamic than it needs to be. Like it's trying to help too much.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Digger.
It does feel a little bit like dueling excavators going on.
Yeah,
here.
we're not being as ballet today as normal, are we?
Yeah.
It's because you watched that crane action. I understand.
We got
I
tainted.
don't know how much of that crane work you saw. You could probably put a quite funny soundtrack behind it because there's something else.
Bit of a medley.
Like the
So it reminds me of Lego Movie. Got it first time. First time.
first try.
First try.
97.
Right, do you need me forward some
Yeah,
more,
go
or
forward. I
is
think
this
I think
really
the easy stuff is underneath you.
You got
Can you
this.
get forward?
I'm doing my darndest. Maybe, maybe not.
Great.
Yeah, give me a nudge, thank you. I like the digger's gone. No.
99.
Sorry, can't reach
100. There we go.
anymore.
I'm going to climb out the end that has the ramp. Might be easier. Come on.
Is that it?
I was moving further away, thinking you guys needed to have
No,
the space.
we don't need to do it, yeah. And I think we'll call that it today. It's a good little session. We'll get these
Absolutely.
things out of the way so that the progress can happen. There it goes. A beautiful clean spot. I think we have to unpack these. You can do that if you want.
Irony on it.
Now you got to work out what to do with the pieces that that I took out and put elsewhere. That should be exciting.
All right.
Exciting.
Let's look, stare at our handiwork. Cool. So next time, looks like with some concrete action, and then from memory, we had to put gravel in between these things, and then put a concrete lid on it. So yeah, good progress so far. About a third of the way through the project again. Thanks, Net and Digger Dogger, for helping out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that cool YouTube stuff. And we'll see you next time in Construction State of Europe Airfield expansion. Thanks for watching.